Every tax season, a common worry surfaces for countless taxpayers. The expected W-2 or 1099 form simply doesn't arrive. This delay can feel incredibly stressful, especially when you're ready to file and feel completely blocked. But take a deep breath. This situation is far more common and manageable than you might think. We're here to provide clear, reassuring guidance, turning potential frustration into a straightforward problem-solving process. Missing tax forms are rarely a sign of a major problem, but rather a common logistical hiccup. For employees, self-employed individuals, and anyone receiving income, these forms are crucial. They are often delayed due to a variety of reasons, none of which are usually cause for alarm. These delays can stem from processing timelines within large organizations or third-party payroll providers. Sometimes, it's simply a matter of mailing issues, like postal service delays or an outdated address on file. Administrative delays, such as system updates or human error, can also play a role. In most cases, the issue is purely logistical, not intentional, and certainly not a reflection of your tax compliance. Before you take any action, it's essential to confirm whether the form you're expecting should actually exist. This crucial first step helps prevent unnecessary worry and wasted effort. Many taxpayers, including the self-employed and employees, sometimes anticipate forms that aren't required for their specific income type. Ask yourself, did you actually earn income that legally requires a W-2 or a 1099 form? For instance, employees receive W-2s, while independent contractors typically receive 1,099 NEC forms if they earned over $600. Was your income reported in another way, perhaps through bank statements for small interest amounts, or directly deposited without a formal statement? Also, consider if the form might already be available electronically. Clarity on these points will guide your next steps effectively. If you've confirmed that a W-2 or 1099 form should indeed exist for your income, your next steps are usually quite simple and often lead to a quick resolution. Many companies now prioritize digital delivery, making online checks a primary solution. This is particularly true for employees and self-employed individuals who work with larger organizations. Start by checking any online accounts or portals you have with your employer, payer, or financial institution. Many payroll providers like ADP or Paychex, and even banks, offer secure online access to your tax documents. Review how you received your forms in prior years. This often indicates the current delivery method. Finally, confirm that your contact information, especially your mailing address, is up to date with the payer. An incorrect address is a very common reason for delayed mail. If, after checking all online avenues and confirming your details, your W-2 or 1099 still hasn't arrived, it's time to follow up directly. This is a routine request for employers and payers, so there's no need to feel hesitant or embarrassed. They expect these inquiries every year, especially around tax season deadlines. Contact the employer's HR or payroll department or the accounting department of the company that paid you. Clearly explain that you haven't received your form and politely ask about its reissuance or electronic access. Be prepared to provide your full name, address, and social security number for verification. Most organizations have a process in place to quickly provide you with a duplicate or grant online access, ensuring you get the information you need to file accurately. While it's tempting to rush and get your taxes filed, especially if you're expecting a refund, there are critical actions you must avoid when your W-2 or 1099 is missing. Guessing numbers or filing with estimates can lead to significant problems down the line. The IRS relies on accurate reporting, and discrepancies between your return and what your employer or payer reports can trigger audits or penalties. Never ignore missing information. Filing an incomplete or inaccurate return can result in delays in processing your refund, or worse, penalties for incorrect reporting. Accuracy matters far more than speed when it comes to your tax obligations. Taking the time to obtain the correct forms ensures compliance and peace of mind. Remember, a missing W-2 or 1099 form delays your filing, but it doesn't block your resolution. Handled calmly and systematically, these situations almost always get resolved without major issues. Understanding this simple fact can remove a significant amount of unnecessary stress from your tax season. The IRS prioritizes accuracy, and they understand that sometimes forms are delayed. If you've exhausted all avenues with your employer or payer and still don't have your forms by the tax deadline, you have options. You can file Form 4868, Application for Automatic Extension of Time to file U.S. individual income tax return, which gives you an additional 6 months to file. This is a common and perfectly acceptable solution. It's important to note that an extension to file is not an extension to pay. If you owe taxes, you should still estimate and pay them by the original deadline to avoid penalties. If you've diligently followed up with your employer or payer, and it's well past the typical mailing deadline, usually January 31st, and you still haven't received your W-2 or 1099, it might be time to involve the IRS. This is a last resort, but a valuable one for taxpayers who have exhausted all other options. The IRS can help mediate the situation and ensure you receive the necessary documentation. You can contact the IRS directly for assistance. They may be able to help you obtain a substitute form or contact your employer on your behalf. Additionally, if you have pay stubs or other records, you can use Form 4852, substitute for Form W-2, wage and tax statement, to estimate your income and withholdings. This form allows you to file your return using your best available information, but it should only be used after you've made a good faith effort to get the actual form. This educational step ensures you're fully equipped to navigate even the most stubborn missing form scenarios. If you found this detailed guidance helpful and reassuring, please give us a like. Every like we receive inspires us to create more helpful content, empowering you with the knowledge to confidently manage your taxes. Share this video with anyone who might be facing similar tax season worries. And for more problem-solving tax tips and educational insights, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thank you once again for watching. We hope you have a blessed day and a stress-free tax season.